Your foundation is aging you 15 years, and you're doing it to yourself every single morning. After 30 years doing makeup under Hollywood's most unforgiving lights, I can spot all 5 of these mistakes from across a room. Number 2 is the one nearly every woman over 50 makes. But the 7 hacks I'm giving you today are what keep 60-year-old actresses looking luminous on camera. And the last one is something the industry keeps very, very quiet. So stay with me till the end. No warm-up, no filler. We're counting down from number 7, and every single one of these came out of a real makeup trailer. Number 7, water the garden before you paint the fence. Foundation is only ever as good as the skin underneath it, and I don't care whether it came from a department store counter or the drugstore shelf. Mature skin is thirstier than it was at 30, and when foundation hits dry skin, it grabs onto every dry patch and clings there like a bad house guest. So here is what I do to every face that sits in my chair, whether she's 25 or 75. Moisturizer first, pressed into the skin with warm hands at the vanity mirror, and then, and this is the step everybody skips, you wait 3 full minutes. Go pour your coffee. Because if your skincare is still sitting wet when the foundation goes on, the two of them mix into a streaky mess that starts pilling by 10 in the morning. When the moisturizer has fully settled, foundation glides over your face instead of grabbing at it. That is the difference between a finish that reads dewy and one that reads greasy. And once your canvas is ready, the next question is how much paint? The answer will surprise you. Number 6, half the product, twice the patience. Somewhere along the way, women were taught to apply foundation like they're frosting a cake. One thick, even coat, edge to edge, corner to corner, sweetheart, on mature skin that is exactly backwards. A heavy layer sits on top of texture and magnifies every bit of it, because each fine line becomes a little trench for product to settle into by lunchtime. On a film set, I use about half a pump for an entire face, and that face is going on a 40-foot screen. The trick is thin layers. Start with a whisper of coverage everywhere, then go back and spot conceal only where you genuinely need it. A little around the nose, a touch on the chin, maybe an age spot or two. The rest of your face gets to stay skin, and real skin showing through is precisely what reads as youthful, because young skin was never flawless. It was just skin. Now, how you put that thin layer on matters just as much as how much you use. Number 5, warm it up and press it in. The most expensive makeup tools you own are attached to your wrists, your fingers. Body heat softens foundation the way it softens butter. So when you press it into the skin with your fingertips, it melts in and becomes part of you instead of sitting on top like a mask. I start almost every application this way, fingertips pressing product into the cheeks, and then I follow with a damp makeup sponge to press, never drag, everything into place. Pressing pushes the formula into the skin so it blurs. Dragging pulls it across the skin so it streaks and gathers in the smile lines. Watch any veteran artist backstage at a fashion show, and you'll see the same motion, press, roll, press, roll. Nobody is wiping foundation around like they're cleaning a countertop. It takes an extra 90 seconds, and it buys you a second skin finish that lasts all day. And while we're talking about what goes on top of that finish, the next hack changed everything for my clients over 50. Number 4, keep everything in the cream family. Here is a rule from 30 years of makeup trailers. Cream sticks to cream, and powder sits on powder. When you sweep a powder blush over a liquid foundation on mature skin, that powder never really joins the party. It sits on the surface, dusty and flat, and it catches on every bit of texture along the cheek. But a cream blush melts straight down into the foundation underneath it, and suddenly the color looks like it's coming from inside your skin. That flushed, lit-from-within look you see on actresses at premieres that is cream products layered on cream products almost every time. Same goes for bronzer and highlighter. If your base is liquid, keep the rest of the face in creams and apply them with your fingertips, pressing just like we talked about. The whole face moves together, catches the light together, and wears down gracefully together instead of separating into layers. Now, none of this matters if you can't actually see what you've done, which brings me to the mirror problem. Number 3, check your face by a window, not the bathroom bulb. Bathroom lighting is a liar, and she's been lying to you for years. Those warm vanity bulbs above your mirror flatter everything. They hide the demarcation line at your jaw, they soften an orange cast, and they make a heavy application look perfectly reasonable. Then you step outside into daylight and the sun tells you the truth in the grocery store parking lot. In Hollywood, we never trust a single light source. Every face gets checked under daylight balance light before it goes anywhere near a camera, because daylight is the most unforgiving critic in the business. So steal the technique. After you finish your makeup, take a hand mirror, walk to the brightest window in your house, and look. 30 seconds. If something looks cakey or the shade looks off in that window light, it will look that way to everyone you meet outside. That little daylight audit will save you from more aging mistakes than any product ever could. Speaking of shade looking off, the next one deserves its own moment. Number 2, match your undertone at the jawline, not the back of your hand. The shade strip on your hand means nothing, darling. Your hand and your face have lived 2 completely different lives in the sun. And after 50, the real trouble is almost always undertone. Women reach for warmer, darker shades, hoping to look healthy, and instead, the whole face pulls orange while the neck stays porcelain. The fix takes 2 minutes at any beauty counter. Stripe 3 close shades along your jawline, then walk to natural light, and the stripe that disappears into both your face and your neck is your match. The one that vanishes wins. Your foundation should end nowhere. No line at the jaw, no color change at the neck, just skin fading into skin. But I'll tell you a hard truth from the trailer. Even a perfect match in the store can betray you 3 hours later once your skin's oils get involved. And that betrayal is exactly why number 1 exists. Number 1, the foundation that finally fights back. There is one foundation actually made for mature skin, and this is the hack the industry keeps quiet, because it solves the problems the industry profits from. It uses color-changing technology, so the formula adapts to your exact skin tone the moment it touches your face, which means the oxidizing, that slow slide into orange by mid-afternoon, is close to impossible. It blurs fine lines instead of settling into them. It smooths texture, looks natural, never heavy, that true your skin but better finish, and it is loved by hundreds of women who thought foundation was simply over for them. It is called Luxe. It is not in stores yet, but it is the number 1 best-selling foundation on Amazon right now. You can find it on Amazon by searching Luxe Foundation, or just click the link in the description below this video. Results may vary, of course. Every face is its own beautiful story. And if you comment the word secret, I will send you one more secret step for mature skin that may help your makeup last 12 hours or more. Make sure you are following me or I cannot reach you. Now take a breath, because we are moving to the mistakes. And I promised you in the beginning that number 2 is the one nearly every woman over 50 is making. We're counting down from 5. Mistake number 5, wearing your 20s formula into your 50s. That full coverage, long wear, matte foundation you fell in love with decades ago has not aged with you. Matte formulas are designed to strip every bit of glow off the face, and after 50, glow is precious currency. Skin naturally loses some of its light over the years, and a flat matte finish takes whatever is left and buries it. The result photographs like a mask, especially in flash photos at family dinners, where matte foundation gives you that ghostly flashback around the cheeks. Your formula should say radiant, luminous, or satin somewhere on the bottle. If it says matte and full coverage, that bottle belongs to a younger woman who no longer exists, and honestly, she'd want you to move on. The next mistake happens hours after you've left the mirror. Mistake number 4, fixing a midday meltdown with more makeup. By 2 in the afternoon, foundation has usually shifted somewhere, around the nose, along the chin, and the instinct is to grab the compact from your handbag and pile fresh product right on top. But layering new makeup over separated makeup is like spreading fresh paint over peeling paint. It grabs, it clumps, and now you've got a cakey patch where you used to have a small problem. In the trailer, we never add first, we fix first. Blot the oil away with a tissue, then take a clean sponge or your fingertip and press the existing foundation back into place. 9 times out of 10, the face comes right back together and you need nothing new at all. If a spot truly needs help, the tiniest dab pressed in and done. Repair before you reapply, always. Now, mistake 3 is about the tool in your hand. Mistake number 3, scrubbing your foundation on. I watch women take a dense brush and buff foundation into their face in fast little circles like they're polishing silver, and I want to reach through the mirror and gently take the brush away. That scrubbing motion drives product down into every fine line and drags delicate, mature skin back and forth while it does it. All that friction, every morning, for years. What you get is streaks, irritated cheeks, and foundation packed into creases before you've even had breakfast. Everything on a mature face should be pressed, patted, or rolled into place, never scrubbed. If you love your brush, use it to lay the product down gently, then finish by pressing with a damp sponge or your fingers. The face should barely move while you work on it. Treat your skin like silk, because at this point in life, it deserves nothing less. And now, the big one, the mistake I called out in the very first breath of this video. Mistake number 2, the powder avalanche. This is the one nearly every woman over 50 makes, and I understand exactly why. You were taught that powder sets everything, so you dust the entire face, and then a little extra under the eyes for insurance. But powder is where makeup goes to die on mature skin. It grabs onto every bit of texture, it turns soft creases into carved lines, and under the eyes, it makes delicate, crepey skin look 10 years crepier within the hour. Under-eye powder is aging in real time, and I have banned it from my kit for anyone over 45. Set only where you genuinely shine, the center of the forehead, the sides of the nose, maybe the chin, using the lightest veil on a small, fluffy brush. Everywhere else stays luminous and alive. Your skin should look like it might be dewy if someone touched it. That is what youth actually looks like on camera. Which leaves us with mistake number 1, the fastest ager of them all. Mistake number 1, wearing a foundation that turns on you. You matched your shade perfectly at 8 in the morning. By 2 in the afternoon, your face has gone orange and dark while your neck stayed exactly where it was. That is oxidation, pure chemistry, your skin's natural oils reacting with the pigments in a traditional formula. And it is the single fastest way to look older, because an oxidized face reads as tired, ruddy, and unmistakably made up all at once. You cannot outsmart it with technique because the change happens hours after you've walked away from the mirror. The formula itself has to refuse to shift. That is the entire reason I made such a fuss about Luxe at number 1 on the hack list. That color-adapting technology holds your true shade from morning coffee to evening news, which is exactly why it became the number 1 best-selling foundation on Amazon. You can find it by searching Luxe Foundation on Amazon or click the link in the description below this video. So here is the pattern behind all 12 of these, and it took me 30 years under studio lights to see it clearly. Mature skin doesn't want more makeup. It wants less product, more skin, and formulas that work with your face instead of fighting it. Prep well, apply thin, press everything in, check it in daylight, and wear a foundation that stays loyal past lunchtime. Find Luxe on Amazon by searching Luxe Foundation or through the link in the description below. Comment the word secret for that extra step I promised, and make sure you are following me so it actually reaches you. Now go be gorgeous. I will see you at the mirror.